What's going on, guys? It's Julian over on the Moist Maxer's channel. A bit of a different kind of video today. I mainly want to throw my hat in the ring on this one because it just seems egregious to me what's happening in the guitar community right now. Basically, Fender of Fender Guitars and has recently sent a cease and desist letter to a bunch of smaller, luthier companies. The first company to publicly confirm receiving one of these letters is LSL Instruments, a small family-run builder based in the U.S. And from what I understand, they're really well regarded in the boutique guitar community for vintage-inspired Stratocaster-style instruments. So Philip McKnight, fellow YouTuber and a great guitar player, he did the Sharpen Your Axe series for a while there. I mean, he's been around forever. And the Tone Nerd received this letter and shared it publicly. And the wording leaves little room for ambiguity. Basically, it reads, "Subject of this letter is your offer of products which infringe the copyright of our client, Fender, and their Stratocaster guitar." Goes on to demand that the recipient immediately stop manufacturing, selling, marketing, or producing such infringing products. Phil also went on to state that he heard from at least 6 other builders who had received similar correspondence. LSL simply the first to go public, which good on them, getting ahead of it like that. LSL, they launched a public fundraising campaign to cover its legal defense costs, which I highly recommend if you care about this at all to go help them fight the big fight, because quite frankly, as sad as it is to say, LSL is a small instrument and Fender's a multi-million-dollar company. Even if they win against Fender, they're gonna go under. It's just Fender's literally a bully right now, picking on a little kid. It's very sad to see. LSL publicly stated that the company, they went ahead and stated that the Stratocaster body design was never copyrighted by Leo Fender himself. Leo's concern was protecting the headstock shape, which, fair enough. You have to do something to protect you so people aren't just making, blatant copies, if that makes sense. They said the body was always open, always intended to be copied, built upon, and evolved by the wider industry. Which, to be fair, is what happened for the next 70 years. I mean, look at Eddie Van Halen's Frankenstrat. Again, it just feels like Fender has just, I don't know, they've just gone crazy. This just feels like nothing but corporate greed. They didn't care for 70 years. And I know they didn't care because when Leo Fender sold Fender to CBS in '65, he went on to found Music Man. And they, for all intents and purposes, the Stingray is kind of like a combination of a P bass and a jazz bass, only with a humbucking pickup and a more refined design. So they didn't care about that kind of thing. And when Leo Fender left Music Man, he went on with George Fullerton to found G&L Guitars, George and Leo, and made Stratocaster-style guitars, albeit with a different headstock, as I said before. You didn't care when Leo Fender was making Stratocaster copies with the same body style. You only care whenever you know you can win. Which, again, solidifies my stance is this is nothing but corporate greed. The recall demand is unworkable in practice. I mean, guitars are already legally sold to customers, can't be compelled back. I mean, I own a Teisco, and it's basically an S-style from 1966, and they're not taking that from me. I mean, those customers who bought these, they own those instruments. There's no legal mechanism to force a return, and I don't see there ever being one. The fallback is they're going to seek some sort of financial compensation from retailers, and that's not going to go over well either, because you're telling me that if someone like Guitar Center sold an S-style body, they have to pay Fender? No, that's not how that's going to work. It just can't work that way. That's just not how that... I mean, use your head. So the legal pathway Fender seems to be pursuing is a copyright rather than a trademark, but the fundamental problem is the same. 70 years of unchallenged copying does not strengthen a claim to exclusivity, it undermines it. It literally goes to show you didn't care until these were companies you think you could beat. And quite frankly, let's be honest here, they can. These small companies, even if they banded together, can't take on Fender. Fender's too well known. Fender is too much of a it's everywhere. Fender is everywhere in the in guitar playing community and audio, you know. I mean, who even knows where this goes? I mean, the compliance deadline for European recipients was around the 25th of May. So, who knows? If Fender pursues non-compliant receipts through the courts, they'll probably get some sort of contested cases for the first time. If not, the letters will be exactly what people already suspect them to be, an attempt to achieve through intimidation what could never be won through litigation. And quite frankly, I'm proud of the guitar community for not, staying silent on this. They shouldn't take it. And I'd be surprised if Fender yields I'd be surprised if Fender yields a profit at the end of 2026 for this bullshit. Fender, I love you. I really do. You gotta be better. This was just petty, and it was nothing but corporate greed. Anyways, stay tuned, guys. Like and subscribe. Share this video with anybody who you know that plays guitar. And, yeah, I'll see you in the next one.